Alright guys, here we are to talk about and review the trailer for the movie Firecrackers.
Yeah, I see two ladies. I have no idea who they are. We don't know much about
They
this.
don't look familiar to me. Firecrackers. Paint me a picture of what you think this movie's about.
It's an illegal smuggling firework ring, and these two people are actually undercover, like not FBI, but one of those like related. What's the FDA?
The DEA?
Who like DEA? I was gonna say it's some weird thing, right? Because it's like a smuggling operation or something. There'll be like doll heads that have diamonds in them.
What is it, FDA? What are the firearms?
The one.
Yeah.
The better one that would actually make sense here.
Sure.
And it turns out that they're just trying to get close to some weird like arms dealer, drug dealer, bad guy dude, whatever. And it's all a big thing. And they're doing this one.
I'm thinking drug dealers.
And
a little bit crazy. And someone goes, oh, that blah, blah. She's a real firecracker at some point during the trailer.
Firecracker. Okay. 50-50.
Or firecracker explodes in someone's hand.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's literal firecrackers.
No, I doubt it. But it could be. I like it when it's on the nose.
That would be the nice subversive thing.
Yeah.
Where they are both firecrackers and there's firecrackers in the story.
Yeah, takes place on the 4th of July.
There you go.
Let's check it out. Nailed it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's beat for beat.
Take all three of those guesses, put them together.
Thought. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were completely off, but we were joking.
I was
anyway.
so to say. Obviously.
But no, that looks really real.
Really?
Like it feels like almost like a documentary film based on just somehow like how crisp the footage is and like the subject matter.
Okay.
It's not necessarily up my alley.
Sure.
But for something that's not something I would watch, it spoke to me in certain ways. It seemed like it had some interesting stuff
it's got
going
some
on,
like
these,
art
fucked
stuff.
up characters and
yeah, it has some like art business happening. But yeah, dirty characters, real life stuff. That musical choice really worked for me or whatever. That weird,
but did work. And I'm listening to it and like it's a song that is like almost like the Intergalactic, where there's a word that is being said, and I'm like, are they saying I want to or Toronto?
Toronto. Toronto. With the didgeridoo in there.
But
yeah, it's weird.
I also
cool.
Toronto was one of my options.
Because it said the Toronto Film Festival.
That's what I'm like. Did I put that in my own head because I read Toronto?
Yes, exactly.
Because I was listening to it, it's like I want to, and I'm like, is that what they're saying?
No.
I don't know.
I only ever thought it was Toronto, but that I knew was a joke because I saw Toronto.
No, but I also did think that. But yeah, I did think it was in my head that.
Yeah.
But yeah, something about it. It felt real.
Interesting.
Had a visual look at sometimes almost like it reminded me a little bit of like Nightcrawler's look. Like that weird like where like I'm using a camera that has like that can film in super low light and looks fucking perfect.
Nice.
No, like I couldn't say exactly what's happening in this movie. There's probably some more underlying plot we don't know.
This is a feel. This is a look and feel tone thing or whatever. Because we know that they want to leave this place. Bad things happen. People there. Life's not like good or whatever.
Yeah.
Their lives aren't good. Life is like tough, something like that. But we don't have an actual general like here's what happens on today. We know the one girl that appears gets raped or whatever.
It would seem that they at least alluded to that.
Yes.
The other girl potentially could be wanted for murder because she pummeled the shit out of that other person.
Exactly. Yeah. But I like that. Like you're saying.
Did they say where they are? Like you're giving illusionaires? Like,
no.
Like even though they won all these festivals in Canada and stuff was proclaimed, it gave me like a South Beachy kind of vibe or something.
Weird, right?
Like,
we've seen
Florida
a few.
or SoCal. I don't know.
We've seen a few that have various levels of artsy pretentiousness or whatever that seem to be about like where is this? It's kind of a desert scrublandy looking place and there's like corrugated aluminum and whatever, and I'm like, is this where Tremors happen? Like what is this? But then it's not. Then it ends up being more developed and you're like, oh, there's a city too, and you're is this just like where is this happening? Yes. But I don't think it's about an exact place or where.
No, nor does that really matter. It's the point.
Some places they say like we're in the bayou and that's what this is about, right?
Well, they're heading to New York, so we can assume they're at least not very close to New York
area.
Like a sea formed around New York, and they're somewhere there.
Yeah. Well, or New York is so far away that they just think it's good there because they've never been and they've never seen it. They've only heard about New York. Right?
Well, the idea of fleeing to New York and having minimal funds means you're gonna die in New York.
It's really, I was gonna say, that's like the old story. The oldest story of New York is people coming there who are like, wait, this is New York? I thought the streets are paved with gold.
I thought they were paved with Feifel.
Yeah, the
then
reference.
He went west.
No, I like a lot of this feels, like you said, between the musical stuff and the visual stuff with this.
The musical stuff though could be a complete trick because that might not be anything about the movie. Like it almost makes sense if it was just a trailer.
Yeah.
But I did again. It felt really real, and when you get realness and like fucked up characters, that's when I can be like, all right, I kind of want to know what happens to you a little bit.
Yeah,
I may never watch it though because I'm much more, and like this is a scripted movie, but I have this like it feels like it's about like almost too much about these people that I'm like I'd rather watch something scripted, which is like doesn't make sense because this is clearly a scripted movie. But that almost is a compliment, and like you did this job so well, it feels like a documentary.
Well, like I do think this will end up being artsy, not in like the black cube in the in the forest way, but in the other way where it may not like go anywhere. It might end unsatisfyingly in a weird way where you're like. Normies will be like, "That's what? I don't understand." Right? It'll be like a thing.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of a more modern version of 13.
Okay,
and I loved that movie.
I was gonna say that's what. Yeah.
And that's outside of my normal wheelhouse of movies. But when a movie's done really powerfully, like Havoc, like when something's done where you're like, oh, I am engaged with these characters. I want to know what happened. Like it gives you some sort of feeling, whether you think someone's a scumbag or you feel bad for them. It is a feeling, and I feel like this is the kind of movie that will do that, where you'll be like, oh no, I feel for these characters, and they feel like real people in that they're not. Like it's like, oh, you didn't hire and not to say like look like normal fucking people.
Yeah.
Like they're not done up with crazy makeup.
Exactly.
They don't look like, oh, is that a country singer? That's also an actress.
There's not a layer of glamorousness.
This looks like a person you could know.
Exactly. No, I know. I totally agree. I've talked before. I'm on record as being like, I like when a movie has magic, robots, aliens, space travel.
And who doesn't?
I'm like secure in that, like whatever. But on that long list of like possibilities. In that big thing, cabin in the woods style, all those glass things. One of those things is this feeling or whatever. There's a movie called Foxfire that I really liked. That was another thing. It's like a coming of age story.
Sure.
But these girls like...
I'm a sucker for coming of age stories.
Well, yeah, but I'm not. And like this is like they go off on their own. There's like no parents around. All of them end up somewhere. And like it's this whole thing. It's like I vaguely remember it now, but I remember loving it then or whatever. And every now and then something comes up or whatever. So yeah, one of the possibilities of like the gimmicks that I like is it gives you a certain tone or a feeling or a thing like that. And I'm responding the same way that you are. And I'm very happy. I don't have to try to explain this to someone who's like,
this looks solid enough and vague enough that it could be a trick still. But it looks like it could be decent.
That's interesting. I do think it may end up being artsy or like not a thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be
it's
interested,
a matter of what is the degree of artsiness and how far they're going to go. Like if it turns into a swirling paint and just
I think
lights dancing on a white wall, I'll be like,
I think there's a chance that the running time of the feature might be short, and that indicates that it's like weird, artsy, and like doesn't have proper direction.
Like you think it's like 71 minutes or something?
Yeah, it's like 67 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
But if it's like 127 minutes, then I'd be like, this is a movie, and I want to see this.
Okay.
That's such a dumb way. So going into this, I expected something like this, either totally just not my demo or totally too weird and artsy. I'm very pleasantly surprised both that I liked it and that you liked it.
I was expecting like the picture didn't sell me. I thought it was gonna be like a bad like low budget teen. Like look at this.
Like, they have to dance, but they really want to skateboard.
Yeah, like some stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like so much more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a 2 thumbs up, guys.
Man.
Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.